I'm a huge fan of helmets. When I got back to skating, while I wasn't skating, I was playing ice hockey. And, I skated at a beer league, which is a bunch of, over 30 primarily dudes who don't skate very well, who have probably never played hockey in their life, um, but they want to get out there and try. And that's a great attitude. We have fun. We have a couple beers after the game, and just it's just a good experience to get out there. But I've gotten hit in the face so many times with sticks or with people falling over, um, that I take my facial and head protection pretty seriously. So when I started rollerblading again, I knew that I needed a helmet, and I wasn't going to skate without a helmet. I have a family. If I fall down and hit my head and it's a serious injury, um, that could be a really big deal to my family, and it's very selfish of me, I guess, to skate without it. At least that's my attitude, and I'm not trying to get preachy or anything. I feel like if I'm a supporter and provider for my family, I should be there and do everything that I can to make sure that I'm healthy and able to provide for my family. And that's just me. Again, don't take it the wrong way. I don't mean to be preachy. But for me, I wanted to wear a helmet. And the helmet that I started with is this 888 Sweat Saver helmet. So this is a very classic helmet. It's got the 2 holes in the top, 2 holes in the front, the 6 holes in the top, and then the 2 holes in the back for ventilation. It has a really nice padding on the inside. All of this is this squishy padding. And it uses like a terry cloth style. I think this is the Sweat Saver. Maybe this is I'm not sure what helmet this is, but it's just a standard 888 helmet. It's a great helmet. And it did a really good job for me. It kept me safe. I never had use for it. I never hit my head that hard. Little bumps here and there, but nothing crazy. I do feel like this would have done a pretty good job of protecting my head. But it's 2 years old, and I know that helmets don't last forever. So I started thinking about upgrading my helmet, and I watched a video from my friend Kenan, who had a head injury, a traumatic brain injury, last December. And he's done a lot of research on helmets. He was not skating for about 9 months as a result, just because he's nervous. He doesn't want to hit his head again. But he's done a lot of research, and he found this this 888 dual certified MIPS helmet. So this is what he recommends. This is what he skates with. And for a guy who, in my opinion, specializes in traumatic brain injury prevention and dealing with it, for him to get out and skate again is amazing. When he recommends a helmet, I'm going to listen. So you'll notice that it's different. So the inside is a plastic yellow surface, yellow material. It does not have the squishy padding that this one does. So this one is very squishy and comfortable. This one, not so comfortable. This material is very solid. The padding, there's padding around the back. You can remove this padding and wash it if you need to, which is great. Goes around the side. It actually goes on the top as well. I'm washing the top one right now. It's in the wash. So I have a different size of the back and the front one. This will be machine washable, so you can take it out if you want. The killer feature for this is that this yellow stuff, you can see it kind of moving around in there. So the helmet's not moving. The inside of the helmet is moving. And that is the MIPS. So it's the Multi-Directional Impact Prevention System, MIPS. I think I got it right. MIPS is a technology that they developed to keep your head injuries to a minimum. If you hit your head, which, let's be honest, you're probably going to do if you're doing an action sport like rollerblading, when you hit your head, one of the biggest problems is the whiplash that you get and the tilt and the change of your head moving and your body moving another way, and it's really bad on your brain. What the MIPS does is when you hit your head, instead of it just hitting and then, oh, just hitting like that, the inside moves a little bit. So you get that slight like change of angle and not cushion. It's not a cushioning. It's a, instead of just hitting and being a solid impact, it moves a little bit. And what that's supposed to do is prevent you from having traumatic brain injuries. It's a little bit more expensive. So it's maybe about $30 more expensive than the standard, 888 helmet that I had. But I feel like, paying $70 for a helmet versus $45 or whatever it was for the other helmet, I'm only going to buy a helmet once every couple of years. I think it's worth the investment. I think it's worth saving up for. I think if you can't afford it, you should definitely just get a helmet. But if you already have a helmet and you're looking to save up and buy a new one, it's definitely worth getting, if not this one, any other helmet that has the MIPS technology. Again, I don't have a lot of information on whether it's scientifically proven to help prevent traumatic brain injuries. I just have a friend who I trust who went through it, and he recommends this helmet. So if he recommends it and if he feels safe going out there, I'd feel much safer wearing a helmet like this. As far as the fit, it fits very similarly to the other 888 helmet. It is a little tighter and a little smaller, I guess. With this helmet, my ears, famously, my ears flapped out a lot on the sides. With this one, my ears don't flap out, which is a good change. It is a little higher on my head, and I don't know that that's a bad thing, but I feel like the sizing is perfect for me. It has a red buckle clip. That's the difference between that and the other one. The biggest difference, though, is this absorbs a lot of sweat. This absorbs very little sweat. So when I skate, I sweat. I'm just sitting in my garage right now and I'm sweating. The sweat in your eyes when you're dropping in on a quarter pipe for a launch ramp is the worst feeling imaginable. You're just standing and you're doing nothing. You drop in, and that feeling of dropping in, your head's here. As soon as I turn like this, the sweat that was building up behind the padding drips over, and it just got into my eyes. And I went skating this weekend, and it happened like 3 times. It just gets all into my eyes, and I'm like, I'm skating, and I'm wiping my eyes while I'm skating, trying to see the quarter pipe. That's not a good feeling. So I don't really know what I'm going to do about that yet, to be completely honest. It's not like I can stop sweating. So I'm probably going to bring more towels with me when I go to the skate park and wipe my head and wipe out the helmet more often. I've had recommendations of bandanas and stuff like that. I don't know that I'm really a bandana guy, nor could I pull the bandana look off. Not that it's a fashion contest, but I got to feel comfortable out there, and I don't know that a bandana is going to make me feel comfortable, but got to try it. But other than the sweat thing, I really like this helmet. And again, I've never had to use it. But I feel like if I ever had to use it, I would have a much better impact than if I were wearing a helmet without MIPS. So highly recommend it. I think that if you're on the fence, get whatever helmet you can afford. If you have a little bit more money, if you already have a helmet and you don't mind waiting a couple more months, to save up, $10 a month or whatever, put in a jar and save it for, a couple of months. It is worth the investment to have the peace of mind that the technology inside this helmet will keep you safe, more safe than the technology in the other helmet.